Today's going to be another nice day, about 16 degrees or so. So now that we're getting into the beginning of spring, good weather, I thought it'd be a good time to get the new bee house up. I'm going to put it where my other older bee houses are, just on the side of a woodshed here. They're right beside our vegetable garden, so hopefully we'll also get the benefits of having the increased bee numbers near our garden. Here are the older bee houses I have. Similar to my new one, I also used a couple of 4x4 red pine blocks that I drilled holes into. I also stashed some bamboo end to end here. I did have some cardboard cutouts in here too, but they've since blown away, I guess. This one was a very simple version, just a chunk of the 4x4 red pine log, about 2.5 feet long, and then I just drilled holes into it from both sides, obviously angling the holes so they don't meet the other holes. And then I just put it on with a little bracket here. And here's the new bee house that some of you probably saw me building in my other video. I'm going to sit it right up in between the other houses here in this empty space. I'm using a cleat method, so I've screwed this cleat on the back from the inside of the bee house. And you can see it's angled downward. And then I'm going to put this other cleat, drill that on, or screw that onto the side of the woodshed with its angle facing upward, and then it'll hold the top cleat here in place. So here's the receiving cleat put on the side of the woodshed. You can see how it's angled upwards to receive the opposite cleat on the back of the box. Now I realized once I hung it that it sort of hung at an angle because the bottom of the house was close, it was laying right against the wood, whereas up here it was being held out an inch or so. So I just put a little spacer bar here just to hold the house out at the bottom as well, to make it totally vertical instead of slanted. And there we have it. The new bee house is up and running. I may still put some other material up in the top here that the bees can use too, but I just haven't gotten around to that quite yet. Now I've got a little more bee habitat for the solitary bees. Help pollinate the gardens here as well. You can see our garden off to the side here. That's our main vegetable garden. And there you can see it's just on the side of our little woodshed here. Anyhow, hope you've enjoyed that video on making the bee house, and maybe you'll try making one of your own or getting one, but I think they can be useful, and the solitary bees seem to really like using them for the most part.